Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are Group Myopia from AS1205C. This group project has been conducted to increase the awareness among the society about what is myopia or as known as short-sightedness and its huge impact on the society if this condition is not treated properly at the early stage, where it can lead to a bigger problem in the future, especially regarding society's vision field and the vision equity. This group consists of 5 group members, which is Nurul Hidayah binti Rosli, Amira Natasha binti Aris Fadila, Nur Afika binti Ibrahim Ista, Ani Nabila binti MD Kamal, and lastly, me myself, Kamar Hakim bin Mansur. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kamar Hakim bin Mansur from AS1205C and I am from group Myopia. So what is myopia? So myopia is an ocular condition where the distant object seems blurry while the near object seems very clear and sharp. This condition is very common among the teenager and even common among the young children and the elders. So how myopia could happen? So myopia could happen when the image that entered our eyes is not fall directly on the surface of the retina, but instead in front of the retina, causing the final image appear to be blurred and not sharp. So one of the main events that can cause myopia is when the eyeballs grows and elongates too long. It may cause the light that entered the eyes refracted wrongly. So for this survey, some of the factors such as symptoms, prevention, and treatments were obtained through a survey form filled by the respondents.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Hidayah binti Rosli and I am from AS1205C. In this part of the video, I will be presenting about the problem statement and the objective of the project that had been conducted. Without wasting any time, let us begin with the problem statement. Problem statement. Nearsightedness, which is also known as myopia, is one of the medical conditions that most likely to be diagnosed among children, teenagers, and adults. It is also one of the diseases that having a high percentage of the patients in Malaysia. In an article published by the Ministry of Health Malaysia had reported that there were up to 85% to 90% of young adults in Asian countries like Singapore and Taiwan that were affected by myopia, while in Malaysia itself, there were approximately 57% of the children in school that have myopia as well, thus making this disease a significant global public health issue. It is very common for people to develop myopia. However, the issue had raised public concern among society as having high degree of myopia would put them at a greater risk of developing vision-threatening eye health complications in the future. Needless to say, lack of self-awareness and knowledge regarding to the myopia will make the consequences even worse for those who already suffered myopia. There are a variety of factors that can lead a person to have myopia, and yet many more to be discovered as it varies on individuals. Due to that, in this project, a survey among the myopic patients had been conducted which allows us to discover, know, and analyze in details about the factors, causes, symptoms, diagnosis, and the treatments aligned with the level myopia of each involved myopic patients in this survey. On top of that, from the survey, we are also able to understand on how myopia would affect the daily lifestyle and activities according to the respondents' answer in the questionnaires. Lastly, through the statistics extracted from the survey, we are able to predict on how much knowledge do people have regarding to myopia. From that, the awareness about the myopia disease to the community can be increased. Let us move on to the next slide. There are 5 objectives that we would like to achieve throughout conducting the survey about myopia disease among the respondents. Firstly, to identify the knowledge level regarding to myopia among the community. Secondly, to investigate the factors that contribute to the occurrence of myopia disease among the respondents using suitable platform and appropriate questionnaires. Thirdly, to analyze the causes and symptoms experienced by the respondents regarding to the myopia disease along with further diagnosis from professional medical workers. Fourthly, to identify the effective and efficient treatments used to overcome the problems faced associated with myopia disease. And lastly, to discover and discuss the potential prevention steps that can be applied to delay the progression rate of myopia disease among the respondents efficiently in the future. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Amira Natasha binti Aris Fadila. I will present about methodology that we use to conduct the study of myopia. Platform that we have choose to conduct our online survey is Google Form to create questionnaire. The reason why we choose Google Form because it is give a lot of features that help us doing our analysis and provide a friendly user that is not complicated and can be easy understand by anyone, especially the elderly. The link Google Form will be shared to our family and friends through WhatsApp. To make things easier to the responder, we came out with a multiple choice and the short answer question. The questionnaire that consists of 31 questions. We basically ask about responder background and basic knowledge about myopia. For question 1 to 3 is about personal information, which are their age, gender and occupation. Start question 4 to 9 is relative to the myopia, which are the symptoms of myopia, when they really have myopia, are the parents have myopia, and what cause of the respondent myopia. For question 10 until 15 is about the respondent lifestyle, which is how often the respondents spend time on the phone, what is their effort to minimize time spent on the phone, do they have well with working space, do they have the tendency to do a lot of near work, and does the online distance learning and working from home worsen their myopia. For question 16 to 25 is relating to how bad the respondent myopia, what is the problem did the respondent experience, do the responder wear spectacles, what kind of treatment or solution to get for myopia, what is their current power, and does the think using spectacle or contact lens can make myopia worse. For the question 26 to 28 is about what kind of treatment or solution they undergo as alternative to myopia, which are they currently taking supplement or medication. For the second last question is if they're familiar with the word visual hygiene method, and for the last question is have they even practiced doing the visual hygiene method in daily life. We also do some interview with our responder through WhatsApp to ask about more detailed manner about myopia issue. This is some screenshot of our interview with the responder. That's all for me. Next, I will pass to my presentation to next presenter, Aini Nabila.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ani Nabila binti Mat Kamal and I'm going to share the results that we have obtained. The questions were divided into a total of 7 sections, which includes respondent's profile, introduction to myopia, symptoms, respondent's condition, problems faced by the respondents, treatments, and also the respondent's opinion. So for the first section, questions such as a respondent's age, gender, and occupations were asked. Based on the responses obtained, most of the respondents are 20 years old females, which are still students. Next, on the second section, the form contains 2 questions about general knowledge of myopia. Based on the pie charts, 62.5% of the respondents know what is myopia, while 91.7% of the respondents are myopic. Moving on, the next section required the respondents to answer the questions regarding their symptoms of myopia. Most respondents experience having blurry vision to see distant objects and having to squint their eyes to be able to see clearly. Besides, most respondents also started having myopia since 13 years old. The earliest age to be myopic that was obtained from the graph was 8 years old, while the latest was 23 years old. Next, 61.1% of the respondents also have myopic parents. 65.3% of the respondents think that the cause of the myopia is high screen time, and followed by genetic factor. A number of 35 respondents, which is 48.6% always use their smartphone, while 44.4% use it regularly and the rest only use it sometimes. 61.1% respondents use their smartphone 6 to 8 hours per day, followed by 26.4% respondents that has 10 to 12 hours of screen time, and the rest only use their smartphone for 2 to 4 hours per day. 26 respondents have a well-lit working space, but 22 of them also sometimes tend to do a lot of near work. Other than that, 80.6% respondents also agree that working from home and online distance learning worsen their myopia. The fourth section is about the respondents' condition. 69.4% respondents claim that their myopia to be average, while 16.7% of them have worse myopia and the remaining 13.9% have minor myopia. Majority of respondents have range spectacle power of 50 to 350. Most of them also have different power for both eyes. The lowest power for spectacles based on the results was 50, while the highest power was 900. Most respondents also change their spectacles once every 2 and 3 years. One respondents that use contact lenses change them every 3 months. The next section identifies the most faced problems by the respondents. Based on the graph, most respondents have high dependency to the spectacle to see clearly and trouble to see far away objects clearly. The sixth section will be about the treatments that the respondents use. A number of 40.3% respondents try to minimize the usage of their smartphones, followed by 37.5% respondents that try to spend more time with their family. Next, most respondents also use spectacles as a solution for their myopia, while only 4% while only 4 respondents used prescribed contact lenses. 87.5 respondents used spectacles, while the remaining 12.5% did not use spectacles. A number of 48 respondents got their spectacles from an optical store. Majority of the respondents have their eyes checked once a year and once every 2 years. Some of them only had their eyes checked when they need a new pair of spectacles, and the rest also had never got their eyes checked at all. Most respondents did not undergo other treatment other than wearing spectacles or contact lenses, while only 2 of them did use other treatments. The most used treatments is LASIK surgery. All of the respondents did not take any supplements for myopia. Then, majority of the respondents is not familiar with the vision hygiene method, which also indicates that most of them has never practiced it. And lastly, the 7th section is about the respondents' opinion. Most of the respondents disagree that spectacles and contact lenses will make their condition become worse, while the remaining 10 respondents agree. 4 of the 10 respondents think that the usage of spectacles and contact lenses make their eye condition become worse as their power will increase rapidly. The other opinions include inconsistent usage of spectacles and contact lenses, eyes are forced when it needs rest, and eyes will become too dependent to the spectacles.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Afika binti Ibrahim Istar, and I'm going to present for the discussion of this topic. From the myopia survey, we succeed to collect 72 responses. Among these people, the majority of the female respondents suffered from myopia, possess 76.4% of the myopia population. Myopia typically begins in childhood. Majority of the respondents that suffered from myopia are students, which possess higher percentage than adults. Therefore, there are a few symptoms of myopia that had determined from the survey, such as blurry vision, have to squint eyes to see better, headache, and migraines. The majority of the respondents have symptoms of blurry vision, which possess 63.9% among them. Furthermore, there were many causes of myopia that had been identified in the survey. Almost all respondents experienced the same things that lead them to have myopia. Thus, the factors were separated into 2 types, which are environmental factors and genetic factors. Moreover, majority of the respondents experienced these effects from having myopia, such as difficulties to recognize people from far away and many more. Although myopia cannot be prevented wholly, there are a few ways to prevent its progression, such as practicing visual hygiene method. Lastly, myopia can be treated in many ways, such as wearing spectacles, eye surgery, and natural treatment. The majority of the respondents wear spectacles and have their eyes checked up about 1 to 2 times every year. That's all from me for the discussion part. Thank you.
So in conclusion, myopia is a common condition among the people at the various age, where distant object seems blurry, while near object seems clear and sharp. From the statistic, from 72 respondents, there are 66 myopic respondents, while another 6 respondents are not myopic. And majority of the myopic respondents are coming from female group compared to the male. And most of the myopic respondents already realized that they have the myopia at the age of 18 and 20 years old. So for the diagnosis, the main cause of myopia among the respondents, based on the data that can be deduced, are coming from a myopic parents, which involving genetic inheritance, too much screening time, too much newer, and also working in the dim light. And most of the myopic respondents using spectacle as the tools or the treatment to correct their vision. And lastly, for the prevention, majority of the respondents are agreed that by reducing time on the gadget and spending time more with the family and hobbies can actually be some sort of preventive method from worsening their myopia. And lastly, for the survey improvement, there are a few improvements that can be implied on the questionnaire, such as by making the question short and simple to ensure that the respondent fully understand the question, and also by using a close-ended question, such as yes-no question, multiple choice question, and rating scale. This method can help the final result, the final data, easy to be analyzed. So that's all from us. Thank you.